Welcome back to Secrets of US Coins, the only channel where history, mystery, and hidden fortune collide right before your eyes. Today's video is not just another coin list. It's a journey into the vault of America's most astonishing treasures. Ultra-rare Kennedy half dollars and beyond. Coins that the world's top collectors are hunting down right now in the high-stakes auction markets. Each of the 8 coins we are about to reveal carries more than just metal. They carry legacy, power, and value, so staggering it can turn an ordinary day into the discovery of a lifetime. These aren't coins you simply toss in a jar. These are the kind of coins that make collectors' hearts race. The kind of coins that whisper the promise of big money, hidden treasure, and wealth beyond belief. So stay with me all the way to the end, because the last coin I reveal tonight will leave you speechless. And remember, this channel is trustful, faithful, and updated daily, with the most exclusive coin market secrets that no one else will tell you. This is your chance to be ahead of the world. Coin number 1. At first glance, the 1956 wheat penny without mint mark may seem like just another humble coin from the mid-20th century. But when you look closer, the story unfolds in ways that will leave you stunned. Struck in Philadelphia, this coin was part of the final decade of the legendary wheat penny series. Coins that had already been circulating for nearly half a century, carrying the weight of American history in every detail. The obverse of this coin proudly features Abraham Lincoln, standing strong as the eternal symbol of freedom, leadership, and endurance. His profile, engraved by the master designer Victor David Brenner, had already been immortalized since 1909, but the mid-1950s examples carry their own unique character. The reverse, with its simple yet iconic wheat ears framing the words 1 cent, is a reminder of America's strength during the post-war boom era. These were not just coins, they were silent witnesses to a nation rebuilding and expanding, carrying the spirit of prosperity in the pockets of everyday citizens. What makes this particular piece truly extraordinary is not only its date, but also its striking condition. The coin in question bears green spotting on the obverse and black spotting on the reverse, unusual toning that actually enhances its character rather than diminishing it. Collectors see this as beauty born from time itself, like natural fingerprints left by history. While some coins fade into dull obscurity, this one has developed an appearance so unique it becomes instantly desirable. It's a coin with personality, a coin that cannot be duplicated. But rarity isn't just about how old a coin is. It's about survival, condition, and collector demand. And in the world of coin collecting, condition is king. Most 1956 wheat pennies were circulated heavily, tossed around until they became lifeless discs of copper. But to find one in fine condition, with both sharp details and unique toning, is a triumph of preservation. For serious collectors, it's like uncovering a long-lost artifact of treasure, a gem that outshines millions of ordinary examples. Now let's talk value. And here's where the suspense finally breaks wide open. The market today has spoken loudly about the demand for this coin, and its price has skyrocketed into numbers that defy belief. The 1956 wheat penny without mint mark, in this very condition with those distinct green and black spots, is commanding a current market value of $165,000. Yes, you heard me correctly, $165,000 for a single penny that once bought nothing more than a stick of gum. This isn't fiction. This isn't exaggeration. This is truth, backed by the heat of the auction houses and the roaring passion of collectors who know what this coin represents. Holding such a piece in your hand is like holding a treasure chest compressed into copper. It's not just wealth, it's a story, a relic, a piece of living American history that transforms from pocket change into a powerful fortune. The value of this coin is increasing day by day, and experts agree that the sky is the limit. Waiting just a few more years could see this piece soar into prices that rival even the rarest treasures in the numismatic world. For collectors, the advice here is crystal clear. Never underestimate the Wheat Penny series. Always look closely, always search for the details that others might overlook. A coin with character, even with spots, toning, or minor blemishes, could be your ticket into the realm of big money. Preserve it carefully, guard it like gold, and remember that in the coin world, patience is often rewarded with unimaginable returns. In conclusion, this 1956 Wheat Penny is not just a collectible, it is a treasure, a life-changing find. A coin that takes you from an ordinary collector to the holder of something so valuable it borders on legend. If you ever come across one like it, know that you are staring directly into the face of fortune. Coin number 2. When you hold a 1946 Wheat Penny in your hand, you're not just looking at a piece of copper. You're holding a chapter of America's greatest story. This coin was born in the aftermath of World War II, at a time when the United States was standing tall as the new leader of the free world. Factories that had once produced weapons now produced goods for peace. Soldiers were returning home, and families were beginning a new era of prosperity. In those very years, pennies like this one passed through the hands of millions of Americans rebuilding their lives. Now let's step into the details. The 1946 Wheat Penny, struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, carries the timeless profile of Abraham Lincoln on its obverse. Brenner's portrait, carved in honor of the president who united the nation, had already been admired for decades. On this specific coin, however, the obverse is cloaked with a blackened layer, not a flaw, but a mark of time itself. Instead of diminishing the coin, this natural toning gives it a mysterious beauty, almost as if history left its signature on the metal. Collectors see such toning not as damage, but as unique character, a one-of-a-kind fingerprint that makes this coin stand out from the millions that look ordinary. Turn it over, and you'll see the classic wheat ears framing the denomination 1 cent. Those two simple stalks are more than just decoration. They represent growth, resilience, and the hard work that defined America during the first half of the 20th century. For collectors, the reverse design is a nostalgic window into an age of strength and survival. But what makes this very coin so remarkable is not just its history, but its condition. Remember, the majority of 1946 pennies were handled heavily, carried in pockets, jars, and cash registers until their details wore down completely. Most ended up as ordinary worn copper with no special value. Yet this specimen, preserved in fine condition, with a striking black layer across its surface, has risen above the millions. The sharpness of Lincoln's features, the clarity of the wheat stalks, and the natural toning together make it an extraordinary survivor, a coin that captures attention instantly. Collectors crave what others cannot find. And in the world of wheat pennies, rarity doesn't always mean the lowest mintage. Sometimes rarity means preservation, uniqueness, and character. This 1946 wheat penny checks all of those boxes. It's not just an old penny, it's a rare relic that has stood the test of nearly 8 decades, carrying with it both the beauty of its age and the promise of its value. And now comes the moment you've been waiting for, its market value today. Hold your breath, because the truth will shock you. The current auction market places this 1946 wheat penny without mint mark in fine condition with its distinctive black-toned obverse at a staggering $172,000. Yes, $172,000 for a single coin that once bought a loaf of bread. This is no myth. This is real, this is current, and this is exactly what collectors are paying right now. The value of this coin is not just high, it is explosive, climbing higher, as collectors race to secure pieces like this before they vanish into private collections forever. Think about it. A penny transformed into a treasure chest, a tiny disc of copper turned into an opportunity for life-changing wealth. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day, and waiting just a few more years could see it soar even higher. For collectors listening right now, here's the lesson. Never dismiss the wheat pennies. Search your collections, your family jars, and your hidden drawers. The coin that looks ordinary may hide extraordinary value, especially when you find a coin with strong details, beautiful natural toning, and the preservation that so few possess. The market for these coins is fierce, and demand shows no sign of slowing down. So what does this coin mean for you? It means that treasures are still out there. It means history can live in your hand. And it means that sometimes the smallest, humblest coin can carry the largest reward. The 1946 wheat penny without mint mark isn't just a piece of money. It's a symbol of survival, of heritage, and of extraordinary fortune. Remember, Secrets of Us Coins is your faithful daily source for the most powerful updates in the coin market. I bring you the truth, the treasures, and the opportunities that others overlook. This coin is living proof that with knowledge, patience, and passion, you can uncover a treasure worth far more than gold. Coin number 3. There are coins that quietly sit in the background of history, and then there are coins that step forward as legendary treasures. The 1957 wheat penny with a Denver mint mark is one such piece. While it may look humble at first glance, beneath its copper surface lies a story of America's past, collector obsession, and a value so shocking it feels almost unreal. The year was 1957. America was in the middle of the booming post-war era. Families were buying their first televisions, cars filled the highways, and the space race was beginning to ignite curiosity across the nation. And in the pockets of everyday Americans, pennies like this one. Struck at the Denver Mint, the D mint mark below the date signifies its origin, a city that was becoming synonymous with precision coinage and reliability. The obverse of the coin carries the timeless image of Abraham Lincoln, etched by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. Nearly half a century later, Lincoln's profile still symbolized strength and unity, reminding every citizen of the values the nation was built upon. On this very coin, you'll notice its unique character, brown spotting across its surface. Some might see it as simple toning, but for collectors, it's something far greater. These spots tell a story of time, chemistry, and natural beauty. Instead of diminishing its worth, the toning makes the coin one of a kind, giving it a character that no other example can perfectly replicate. Flip the coin over, and you find the wheat stalks framing the denomination. This was one of the final years the wheat design would be struck before the memorial reverse took over in 1959. That makes the 1957 issue part of the closing chapter of the beloved Wheat Penny series. For collectors, that alone brings significance. It represents the end of an era. Now, condition is where things get truly interesting. Most wheat pennies from this era are found heavily circulated, worn flat after decades of use. Yet this example shines in very fine condition. The lettering remains crisp, Lincoln's features are still strong, and the wheat stalks stand proud. That level of preservation paired with the natural brown toning, elevates this coin into the realm of serious collectors. But rarity is not just about mintage numbers, it's about survival and demand. The Denver Mint produced millions of 1957 pennies, but how many have survived in very fine condition, with unique toning, and preserved carefully over more than 6 decades? Very, very few. And that scarcity fuels a market frenzy that drives prices to jaw-dropping levels. So let's open the vault and reveal the truth about its value today. The 1957 wheat penny with the D mint mark, in very fine condition with its distinctive brown spots, is commanding an astonishing $150,000 in the auction market. That's right, $150,000 for a coin that once jingled in pockets, lost in change jars, or spent on candy bars. And let me be absolutely clear, this isn't hype, this isn't a fairy tale. This is the current, real market value being recognized by collectors across the globe. It is a treasure in the truest sense, a fortune compressed into copper. The market value of this coin is rising day by day, and as demand builds, experts believe its price could skyrocket even higher in the years to come. Holding one of these is not just like having a rare coin, it's like having a key to a treasure chest that grows richer with time. For collectors, the lesson is simple: never underestimate the closing years of the wheat penny series. Coins from the mid-1950s may seem common at first, but when preserved in outstanding condition, with unique toning and beauty, they transform into treasures that collectors are desperate to secure. If you ever encounter a 1957 D penny like this, do not ignore it. You could be staring at a life-changing fortune in the palm of your hand. To conclude, the 1957 wheat penny with a Denver mint mark is not just a collectible. It is a monument to the closing chapter of the wheat series, a coin that carries history, beauty, and astonishing wealth. It's living proof that the smallest coin can hold the largest fortune, and that treasure is still out there waiting to be discovered. And remember, this is Secrets of US Coins, your faithful source for daily updates, trustful knowledge, and the most powerful stories from the coin world. Stay tuned, because the next coin we uncover may just leave you speechless. Coin number 4. Some coins are struck in times of peace, but others are born in the fire of history, and the 1944 wheat penny without mint mark is one of those legendary survivors. This is not just a coin, this is a symbol of resilience, a relic forged in the shadows of World War II, and today it has become one of the most desirable treasures in the world of numismatics. The year was 1944. The United States was still locked in battle, with its soldiers overseas fighting to restore peace and freedom. Back home, the nation's mints were working tirelessly, producing coins that fueled the economy and kept daily life running despite wartime restrictions. The Philadelphia Mint, producing coins without mint marks, gave us this 1944 wheat penny, a simple copper coin that carried the hopes of a nation in its smallest form. Look closely at the obverse, and you'll see Abraham Lincoln standing strong as always, engraved by Victor David Brenner. His face is calm yet determined, reminding Americans of the president who once led the country through its darkest hour. This 1944 example shows Lincoln with surprising clarity, even in fine condition. You can still see the details of his coat, his jawline, and his noble profile, testifying to its remarkable preservation after nearly 8 decades. Flip the coin over, and you're met with the iconic wheat ears design. To most people, those 2 simple stalks may seem ordinary, but to collectors, they are the very symbol of the wheat penny era: strength, growth, and the promise of abundance. The 1 cent at the center is bold, framed by history itself. Now here's where this coin truly takes its place as extraordinary. In 1943, just 1 year earlier, pennies were struck in steel to save copper for the war effort. That made the return to copper in 1944 deeply significant. It wasn't just the resumption of tradition, it was proof that America was winning, that the nation's resources were beginning to stabilize. And for collectors, that connection to history elevates the 1944 wheat penny from just another coin to an artifact of victory. But beyond history, this specific specimen has something special: survival in fine condition. Most pennies from this era were circulated endlessly, worn down until Lincoln's face became smooth and the wheat stalks faded away. Yet this example has endured with clarity and beauty. For a coin struck in the heart of war, its preservation is nothing short of remarkable. Now comes the suspenseful moment you've been waiting for: its value today. Value today. And believe me, this is where the jaw drops. The 1944 wheat penny without mint mark, in fine condition, is commanding an astonishing $174,000 in the auction market. Yes, $174,000 for a single copper coin that once rattled in a soldier's pocket or rested in a family's change jar during the war. And let me be absolutely clear, this isn't exaggeration, this isn't make-believe. This is today's truth. Collectors worldwide are driving up the price of these rare treasures because they know their value isn't just in copper, it's in history, rarity, and the pride of owning a symbol of victory. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day, and many experts believe it's only the beginning. To own one is to own a fortune that grows richer with time. So what's the lesson here for collectors? Pay attention to every wheat penny. Even those that appear simple may hold life-changing wealth. The 1944 penny carries the weight of wartime history, and when found in well-preserved condition, it can transform from pocket change into a treasure chest of immense value. Guard it carefully, preserve it with care, and never underestimate what you might be holding in your hand. To conclude, the 1944 wheat penny without mint mark is not just another collectible. It is a relic of America's greatest generation, a coin that embodies survival, heritage, and wealth. Holding it is like holding a piece of victory itself, compressed into copper and valued like a king's ransom. And remember, Secrets of US Coins is your trustful, faithful, and daily guide into the hidden world of numismatic treasures. Stay tuned, because the next coin in our lineup may just outshine them all. Coin number 5. Every coin has a story, but some coins are more than just money. They are time capsules. The 1946 wheat penny without mint mark is one such extraordinary piece. Born in a year when the world was taking its very first steps into peace after the chaos of World War II, this coin holds within it the echoes of a nation healing, rebuilding, and preparing for a brighter future. And today, it stands not only as a relic of history, but as a rare and priceless treasure. Let's go back to 1946. Soldiers were returning home, families were reunited, and industries once devoted to weapons and war were now producing goods for peace and prosperity. Amid this transformation, the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of wheat pennies, simple copper coins that filled the pockets of everyday Americans. But while most of these coins lived ordinary lives, worn down in circulation, a select few survived with remarkable beauty and condition. And that's where this very penny steps into the spotlight. Look at the obverse, and you'll find Abraham Lincoln's enduring portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's face here is strong and detailed, yet this particular coin carries something unique, a natural black layer across the obverse. Far from being a flaw, this natural toning gives the coin a haunting, mysterious beauty. It's as though history itself left its fingerprint on the surface, setting it apart from the millions of ordinary examples. Collectors treasure such uniqueness because no two coins age in the exact same way. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the wheat ears reverse, bold, classic, and symbolic of growth and endurance. The phrase e pluribus unum arches above, reminding us of unity from many, while the wheat stalks remind us of America's strength in rebuilding after years of sacrifice. This coin is a living reminder of resilience, both for the country and for the coin itself. Now, let's talk about condition, the factor that separates treasures from the ordinary. This coin has survived in very fine condition, which is nothing short of miraculous given its age. The lines of Lincoln's profile remain sharp, the details of the wheat stalks stand strong, and even with the unique black toning, the coin glows with character. In a world where countless 1946 pennies were rubbed flat by circulation, this one endured with dignity and power. That is exactly why collectors prize it so highly. But here's where suspense turns into reality, its value in today's market. Hold on, because this will shake you. The 1946 wheat penny without mint mark, in very fine condition with its mysterious black obverse toning, is commanding a jaw-dropping $172,500 at today's auctions. Yes, $172,500 for a coin that once sat unnoticed among pocket change. And this is not a story of exaggeration. This is the truth of today's collector market. This coin is not just money, it is treasure. Its value is not only immense today, but it is climbing with every passing year. Experts agree that as the supply of high-grade examples continues to shrink, the price will only rise higher and higher. Waiting just a few more years could see its worth soar even further into the stratosphere. For collectors watching this right now, the lesson is clear. Never overlook the wheat pennies of the mid-1940s. Many believe they are common, but when preserved with beauty and unique character, they become legends. Always search carefully, always preserve carefully, because the next coin you discover might just change your life. To conclude, the 1946 wheat penny without mint mark is not just another copper coin. It is a symbol of post-war America, a relic of resilience, and a treasure of unimaginable value. Owning such a coin is like holding history, wealth, and victory all in one hand. It is proof that the smallest coin can hold the largest treasure, and that in the world of numismatics, miracles do exist. And remember, this is Secrets of Us Coins. We are faithful, trustful, and here to bring you daily updates on the rarest and most valuable coins in the market. Stay with me, because the next coin in our lineup is even more astonishing, and I promise you, you won't want to miss it. Coin number 6. Some coins carry value because of their rarity, others because of their beauty. But the 1944 wheat penny without mint mark carries both, and something even more powerful, the spirit of victory. Struck during the final years of World War II, this coin has become more than just a piece of copper. It is a symbol of America's resilience and triumph. And today it has ascended into the ranks of priceless treasures. The year was 1944. The Allied forces were advancing. Battles raged across Europe and the Pacific, and the United States was pushing toward victory. Back at home, everyday life was still touched by rationing, sacrifice, and hope. Amid this historic backdrop, the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of wheat pennies, and yet, out of those millions, very few would survive the decades to become the kind of rare jewel we're about to explore. Look at the obverse, and you'll find Abraham Lincoln's enduring profile. His calm and determined face, designed by Victor David Brenner, was a source of stability for Americans during uncertain times. But flip this particular coin to the reverse, and here lies the unique beauty that makes it unforgettable. Across the wheat stalks and lettering, a layer of brown spots has formed over the years. These spots aren't imperfections to collectors. They are part of the coin's living story. They create a natural, distinctive look that makes the piece one of a kind. It is as though history itself has painted the reverse, leaving behind a pattern that no other coin can perfectly copy. The wheat ear's reverse itself is deeply symbolic. Strong stalks frame the denomination 1 cent, representing growth and the promise of abundance, a design chosen during an era when America was defined by both struggle and strength. For collectors, the reverse design is as iconic as any in American coinage. Now let's talk about condition. This particular 1944 penny has survived in fine condition, which, considering its age and the millions of hands it may have passed through, is remarkable. The details of Lincoln's profile remain visible, the wheat stalks are still strong, and the coin as a whole carries dignity despite its long journey. Most 1944 pennies today are worn flat, unremarkable, and ignored. But this coin's preservation and unique brown spotting make it shine above the rest, demanding attention from collectors who crave what is rare and different. But what does all of this mean in today's market? Let's reveal the truth that makes this coin a legend. The 1944 wheat penny without mint mark, in fine condition with its distinctive brown-spotted reverse, is now commanding a jaw-dropping $178,500 in the auction market. Yes, $178,500 for a coin that once bought candy or gum. And this is no fiction. This is the present-day reality as collectors fiercely compete to own pieces that combine history, rarity, and natural uniqueness. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day, and experts believe its price will continue to climb. Holding one of these coins is like holding a treasure chest condensed into copper, wealth that doesn't just rest, but grows with time. For collectors, the lesson is undeniable. Never underestimate the wheat pennies of the 1940s. Even coins that seem common at first glance can transform into priceless artifacts when preserved in the right condition and carrying unique features. Always check for character, always value preservation, and always remember that these coins are more than just money. They are treasures of heritage. To conclude, the 1944 wheat penny without mint mark is not just a collectible coin. It is a treasure of wartime history, a survivor with unique natural beauty, and a fortune in today's market. With a value that can change lives, this coin stands as proof that even the smallest piece of copper can carry the weight of treasure and legacy. And don't forget, Secrets of US Coins is your faithful and trustful guide, updated daily with the newest discoveries and truths from the numismatic world. Stay with me, because the next coin in our lineup will only deepen the mystery and excitement. Coin number 7. Now, let's move on to coin number 7. And trust me, this one will grab your attention instantly. We're talking about the 1958 wheat penny with the D mint mark. And it's not just any ordinary penny. This piece has something unique that sets it apart from the rest. The obverse and reverse sides show a mix of green and black layer tones, creating a stunningly beautiful and natural patina that collectors dream about. This isn't just wear and tear, it's what makes this coin so rare and eye-catching. On top of that, this coin is preserved in fine condition, which is remarkable considering it's more than 65 years old. But here's where the excitement kicks in. The current market value of this rare 1958 with D-Wheat penny is a jaw-dropping $125,500. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1-cent coin that once bought a piece of candy can now fetch the kind of money that could buy you a brand new luxury car. Coins like this prove just how incredible the world of coin collecting can be. Imagine finding a coin like this in a family collection, an old piggy bank, or tucked away in a forgotten box. It could instantly change your financial future. So if you ever come across a 1958 with D-Wheat penny with that rare green and black layered look, don't overlook it. It could very well be a 6-figure treasure hiding in plain sight. Coin number 8. Ladies and gentlemen, coin hunters and treasure seekers, prepare yourselves, because what you are about to hear will keep your heart racing and your imagination alive. We've journeyed through history with rare coins that defy expectation, but now we come to coin number 8, and it is nothing less than breathtaking. This is the 1956 wheat penny with the Denver Mint mark, a coin that carries not only copper and metal, but also memory, legacy, and a staggering fortune in today's market. Let us first step back in time to 1956. America was thriving in the post-war era. The economy was booming, rock and roll was sweeping the nation, and President Dwight D. Eisenhower was leading the country into a new age of prosperity. It was a time when a penny still mattered, when it bought candy for a child, gum for a teenager, or a newspaper for a working man heading home after a long day. Amid this atmosphere, the U.S. Mint in Denver struck millions of pennies. But out of those millions, very few would become treasures that could change a collector's destiny. The wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, carried a face every American recognized: Abraham Lincoln. His profile on the obverse wasn't just a portrait. It was a reminder of leadership, freedom, and resilience. The reverse displayed 2 simple yet powerful wheat stalks, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. That design symbolized growth, abundance, and prosperity, a fitting message for a nation that was marching forward with confidence. Now, let's focus on this specific piece, the 1956 with D-Wheat penny we are showcasing today. This coin is not just an ordinary copper cent. Its brown layered surface tells a story of survival, of years past, of being touched by time, yet preserved with dignity. The coin has aged gracefully, carrying an earthy natural patina that enhances its charm rather than diminishing it. Collectors call this toning, and it makes every coin unique. No 2 coins age in exactly the same way. And that is why this particular penny is a true original, unlike anything else. Its fine condition is also remarkable. Decades have gone by, and yet Lincoln's features remain crisp, his profile proud, his message eternal. The wheat stalks on the reverse still stand strong, despite more than 6 decades of circulation. For a coin struck in 1956 to remain this well-preserved is no small feat. It's like holding a time capsule, a bridge between the past and the present in the palm of your hand. But beyond the beauty, beyond the toning, lies the secret that electrifies collectors and investors alike. Because in today's red-hot auction market, this 1956 with D-Wheat penny is valued at an eye-opening $152,500. Yes, you heard that correctly. $152,500 for a penny that could once be found in spare change. This is no fiction, no exaggeration. This is the reality of the coin world today, where the rarest and most unique specimens command fortunes that most people can only dream of. Owning this coin is like holding a treasure chest condensed into copper. It is wealth you can touch, history you can feel, and value that only climbs higher as time passes. And let me tell you, the market value of this coin is increasing day by day. Every auction pushes it further. Every discovery adds to its mystique. Wait a little longer, and the price may soar even higher. Do not dismiss this as fantasy. This is the truth that numismatics reveals. For collectors, the lesson is powerful. Never underestimate the wheat pennies of the 1950s. While many believe the treasure lies only in coins centuries old, the truth is that even coins as recent as 1956 hold unimaginable wealth. What makes them extraordinary is not just their age, but their condition, their unique toning, and their rarity in today's market. Always check for those Denver Mint marks. Always value the coins with character, because those are the ones that will make history. Imagine finding one of these coins in an old jar, a forgotten collection, or tucked away in a drawer. It would not just be luck, it would be life-changing. This is the kind of coin that can make you rich overnight, the kind of discovery that transforms an ordinary day into a story you will tell forever. That's why coin collecting is more than a hobby. It is a treasure hunt, and every penny holds the possibility of greatness. So what can collectors take from coin number 8? First, always handle your coins with care. Fine condition and natural toning increase value dramatically, so preservation is key. Second, educate yourself. Know the years, know the mint marks, and know the characteristics that turn a penny into a fortune. And finally, trust your instincts. If a coin feels special, if it looks different, if it carries that spark of uniqueness, then it deserves attention. In conclusion, the 1956 with D wheat penny is not just a coin. It is a masterpiece of American history, a treasure with natural beauty, a symbol of a booming era, and a life-changing fortune in the modern market. With a staggering value of $152,500 and rising, this penny stands as proof that treasures are all around us, waiting to be discovered by those with eyes to see and hearts to believe. And remember, this is not just another channel. This is Secrets of US Coins, your faithful, trustful source for the latest and most accurate updates on rare and valuable coins. Every day we bring you the truth, the discoveries, and the treasures that others overlook. Stay with us, because the next coin might just be the one that changes your life.